Donald Trump, the businessman turned politician, has always had a knack for turning his name into gold. From skyscrapers to steaks, his brand has been synonymous with a certain kind of aspirational, albeit controversial, success. Trump Media Technology Group, the company behind his social media platform Truth Social, has been generating a lot of buzz. It's a direct extension of his personal brand. His supporters flock to the platform, eager for an unfiltered channel to hear from their leader. This loyalty translated into a surge in TMTG's stock price. But like many things Trump, there's a catch. A lockup agreement prevents Trump from selling his shares for a certain period. This was to assure investors Trump was in it for the long haul. With the lockup period nearing its end, will he cash out? And if he does, what will it mean for his company, his finances, and even his political future? In high finance, a lockup agreement instills confidence in newly public companies. It's a promise by early investors and insiders like Trump with TMTG not to sell shares for a set period after the IPO. Think of it as a show of good faith, saying, "We believe in this company." The lockup period usually lasts 90 to 180 days. Insiders can't sell shares even if the stock price skyrockets. This prevents a mass exodus of early investors, stabilizing the stock price. The goal is to stabilize the market and protect all investors. It allows the company time to find its footing in the public market. For Trump and his sizable stake in TMTG, the lockup agreement is not some abstract financial instrument. It's a very real countdown clock that's been ticking since the company went public. The exact date when Trump is free to sell his shares is a matter of public record, stipulated in the agreement filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission. As the lockup period nears its end, speculation will inevitably mount. Financial news outlets will run countless stories, pundits will offer their hot takes, and market watchers will be glued to their screens looking for any sign of Trump's next move. Will he adhere to the letter of the agreement and wait for the very last day to sell? Or will he surprise everyone and hold on to his shares, signaling his continued commitment to TMTG? The timing of Trump's decision, whenever it comes, will be scrutinized and analyzed from every angle. Was it a strategic move, carefully calculated to maximize his profits? Or was it driven by other factors, such as his ongoing legal battles or his political aspirations? Just how much money could Trump potentially make if he decides to sell his TMTG shares? That's the billion-dollar question, literally. While the exact number fluctuates with the volatile stock market, one thing is certain: it's a staggering sum. We're not talking about a modest nest egg here. This is a potential windfall that could significantly bolster Trump's personal fortune. It's the kind of money that could fund a lavish lifestyle, bankroll future business ventures, or even fuel another run for the White House. The sheer magnitude of the potential profit is enough to make anyone's head spin. But beyond the eye-popping figures, the potential sale represents something more profound, a tangible measure of Trump's enduring appeal, at least among a segment of the population. Section 5. To sell or not to sell? That is the question. As the lockup expiration date looms, the question of whether Trump will sell his TMTG shares has become a source of endless speculation and debate. It's a decision with far-reaching implications, not just for Trump's personal wealth, but also for the company he helped create and the investors who have bought into his vision. On one hand, the temptation to cash out must be enormous. The potential profit represents a level of financial security that few can even fathom. It's a chance to silence critics who have long questioned his business acumen and cement his legacy as a financial titan. But on the other hand, selling his shares would be a tacit admission that he's no longer fully invested in TMTG's long-term success. It could be perceived as a sign that even he, the company's namesake and biggest cheerleader, is losing faith in its future. Section 6. Market mayhem. What happens when Trump sells? The financial world, much like the political arena, thrives on certainty. When a major player like Trump makes a move, it sends ripples through the entire system. So it's no exaggeration to say that Trump's decision to sell or hold his TMTG shares could trigger a seismic shift in the company's stock price, and potentially the broader market as well. If he decides to sell, especially if he unloads a significant portion of his holdings, it could create a domino effect. Investors, fearing a loss of confidence from the man himself, might follow suit and dump their shares, sending the stock price plummeting. Conversely, if Trump holds on to his shares, it could be interpreted as a vote of confidence in TMTG's future. This could embolden other investors, leading to increased demand for the stock and potentially driving up its price.
Section 7. Expert Opinions. Wall Street weighs in. When it comes to predicting market movements, even the most seasoned financial analysts will admit it's more of an art than a science. There are simply too many variables, too many unknowns to make accurate predictions with absolute certainty. However, that doesn't stop Wall Street from trying. In the case of Trump and his TMTG shares, the speculation is reaching a fever pitch. Analysts are poring over every scrap of data, every public statement, every tweet, yes, even those, looking for clues as to what Trump might do and how it might impact the market.
Some experts believe that Trump's legal troubles and mounting debts make selling his shares a foregone conclusion. They argue that he needs the cash infusion and that the potential profit is too enticing to resist. Others, however, maintain that Trump's ego and his desire to prove his critics wrong will lead him to hold on to his shares, at least for the time being.
Section 8. Transparency time. Telling the world about the sale. In the United States, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, plays a crucial role in ensuring transparency and fairness in the stock market. One of the ways it does this is by requiring company insiders, like Trump, to disclose any significant buying or selling of their company's stock. This is not a suggestion, it's the law. These disclosures must be made within a specific time frame, typically within 2 business days of the transaction, and they must be filed electronically with the SEC. The information is then made public through the SEC's EDGAR database, which stands for Electronic Data Gathering, Analysis, and Retrieval. The purpose of these disclosures is to level the playing field and prevent insider trading. By making this information public, the SEC ensures that everyone has access to the same information at the same time, preventing insiders from profiting from information that's not available to the general public.
Section 9. Trump's tightrope walk, legal battles and financial fires. Donald Trump is no stranger to controversy. Throughout his career, he has faced numerous legal challenges and financial setbacks, often emerging from the fray seemingly unscathed. However, his current situation is uniquely precarious. He is embroiled in a web of legal battles, facing multiple investigations and lawsuits, some civil, some criminal. These legal woes are not just a distraction. They are a constant drain on his time, energy, and resources. They also cast a long shadow over his business dealings, making it difficult to attract investors or secure favorable loans. At the same time, there have been persistent reports of financial difficulties. While the full extent of his financial holdings remains shrouded in secrecy, there have been allegations of inflated assets, hidden debts, and questionable tax practices. Section 10. The future of Trump media, riding high or crashing down. Trump Media Technology Group, or TMTG, the company behind Truth Social, has been on a roller coaster ride since its inception. Initially met with skepticism from some quarters, it quickly gained traction among Trump's loyal base, eager for an alternative to what they perceived as biased social media platforms. The company's stock soared, fueled by a surge of retail investors, many of whom were motivated by more than just financial gain. They saw their investment as a way to support Trump, stick it to the liberal elites, and participate in a movement. However, TMTG's long-term viability remains uncertain. The company has faced numerous challenges, including technical glitches, difficulty attracting advertisers, and competition from other conservative social media platforms. Section 11. The Trump Effect, from Wall Street to the White House. Donald Trump's impact on American society extends far beyond his 4 years in the White House. He has fundamentally altered the political landscape, upended social norms, and challenged long-held assumptions about the presidency. But his influence doesn't stop there. It also extends to the world of business and finance. Trump's unorthodox approach to business, his willingness to take risks, and his mastery of self-promotion have had a profound effect on how companies operate and how investors make decisions. He has shown that it's possible to achieve great success or at least notoriety, by flouting conventional wisdom and appealing directly to a base of loyal supporters. Whether you view him as a savvy businessman or a reckless gambler, there's no denying that Trump has left an indelible mark on the world. His decision to sell or hold his TMTG shares is just the latest chapter in a story that continues to captivate and confound.